are for entertainment only. The views and opinions expressed therein are those of the individual speakers and do not necessarily represent the views and opinions of Sheranian Communications, KHQN, or Utah Valley Live.
Hi, I'm Pat Sheranian. Thank you for joining our show today. We always appreciate having our viewing audience and our listening audience. Of course, we're on the internet and we're on Local 1480, and we're excited to be here with you. Now, I try and find people that are doing interesting and new things around Utah County. And I happen to be, our studio is downtown Provo, and I think we have 22 restaurants within walking distance because somebody actually counted them and told me that. But these folks, if I go down the back stairs of the building I'm in, the Allen building, I literally have to force myself not to go in their back door. They're 20 steps across the alley in the back door, and I love the food. Why? Guru's, G-U-R-U. Guru's is absolutely the greatest place to go because I spent many years, a long time ago, in New York and San Francisco, and I found this to be a very New York restaurant. Well, we're going to talk about the folks that make this all happen over there. They're going to share with us their story. And then we have a surprise for you because something new has been added. And I may eat it on air. I may not, depend on if it's ready to go. So we're going to be having some fun. So for the next hour, just sit down and enjoy. Have your lunch with us. We'd be happy to have you. And we'll try and entertain you a little bit, have some fun, make a little sense, and give you some information. So I want to introduce these two people. Ashley McPherson is the chef at Guru's. She has been on with us before, and she's going to be talking about herself a little bit. And then we're going to talk to Jimmy Schofield, right?
Yep.
And Jimmy says he's a very quiet fellow, but I think he's kidding me. So we're going to be, and he is the baker. That means you get up early, right?
I do. I'm very early.
I don't even understand that. 4:30 in the morning, you're at work?
Yep. Every day.
I would have never made it as a baker. Besides, I've designed 2 houses and forgot to put in a kitchen. Okay, so I eat a lot of food out. That's the truth. I'm always, enlarging the house and adding, okay, I forgot to add the kitchen. Okay, I added the kitchen but forgot to add the stove or the oven. So, all right, Ashley, now just keeping the language I understand as the chef.
I'll try.
We'll make it really simple when it comes to cooking. But first let me ask about you because, folks, it's been, months since you were on with us. So let's talk about where you went to school, if you went to school, or how you came to be the chef at Guru's at 42 East Center Street in downtown Provo.
Yep.
I got that? So if you're at Provo, if you're at Center Street and University, go towards the mountains, and you'll be right at Guru's. Well, you won't. You got to kind of go around and make a little U-turn there. You get a ticket. Okay.
I went to Utah Valley University for culinary school. I just finished the program in April. I've been at Guru's since February, working on developing new specials and menus for the restaurant, and then we actually just opened Enlightened Bakery and Cafe, which is connected to Guru's. It's right next door at 43 East Center Street, and we do soup, salad, sandwiches, all sorts of baked goods. It's all from scratch and made in-house, and it's really exciting.
Well, and that's what we're going to talk about to bring it up to date. But I want to go back to Guru's just a little bit because the store, and they kind of knocked a hole in the wall, and then they have this now lovely cafe and bakery called Enlighten, right? E-N-L-I-T-E-N, Enlighten. And which I'm going to assume is that you're lifted up and enlightened and the food isn't heavy. How's that?
Well, that's a good assumption. Not necessarily always true. I mean, it's really tasty. It's not a calorie counter menu like we did at Guru's.
Right.
Like we talked about last time I was here. We did try and keep some things on the healthier, lighter side. We do have a whole line of salads and soups that you can choose from.
In the cafe?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
And we also have sandwiches. We have a few vegetarian options that can be made vegan if people choose
Want
that.
that.
And then we also have, we have the classics. We have a
Good.
turkey avocado BLT and,
Oh.
just all sorts of fantastic items.
I may not have a kitchen, but I do understand food. All right, Jimmy, how did you get into this mix and when did you start with them? Now, I know that Dean Judd is the owner, and he had a great story to tell. I think the folks owned this and started with it, and then he took it over. Is that right? Do I remember that correctly? He took it over, and this thing has just, you can't get a seat in there. I mean, I love it. It's New York, crowded, busy. People sit at tables that don't know each other when it's crowded. It is very, very New York.
Yes.
And I love that feeling. I mean, it's get served and your food comes fast. So now, how did you get involved and why in the world would you decide to be a baker? I have to know this.
Well, I really don't know how I got involved in this.
In the wrong place at the right time?
Yeah. So, I went to culinary school, actually, at Brigham Young University in Idaho. And while I was there, we got involved in baking a little bit, and I really liked it. And it kind of came naturally to me, and so I took a chance and pursued that. I went on to pastry school at Le Cordon Bleu, and then I got a job as the pastry chef working at a location for Intel in Portland, Oregon. Been there for the past 5 years, and then I get a phone call out of the blue from Mr. Dean Judd, and I didn't know who he was. I didn't know why he was calling. I thought he was placing an order, actually, but...
I can see you.
Yeah.
And
Wait,
what,
you want me to
you
what?
mean you want to hire me? What are you talking about?
No, and so...
That's not on our menu.
So, I mean, I wanted to take a chance, and I came out and I interviewed. I looked at the place, and I thought... My first thought when I walked into Guru's was, man, this feels just like Portland. It feels just like real busy. It feels like there's a lot of there's a lot of buzz about this place, and
Energy.
so yeah, there's a lot of energy.
A lot of energy there.
And so I interviewed, took the job, and that's how I got involved, pretty much with.
I'm curious, how did he
Within
know
my
about
team.
you? Somebody must have said.
Somebody ratted me out,
Somebody
and when I find out who it is, no.
somebody was bragging on
No,
you.
I have a friend, mutual friend, from Portland who actually works at the Chocolate here, and she gave him my phone number, and he called me, and yada yada yada.
The rest is
The
history.
rest is history.
So you moved from Portland down to Provo Town?
I did, yes.
Okay. Well, I love it here. Well, I'm excited that you're here. Now, you've been working in the Gurus, or did you just come down and start with Enlighten?
I came down and I just started from the ground up with that bakery. So
With Gurus?
found all with
Enlighten.
Enlightened.
So you were specifically, that's interesting, specifically hired to come down and create this bakery.
Yeah, it's been a lot of work. I mean, me and Ashley have put in so many hours.
So
and
many.
so many long days.
Well, but that's what makes it successful eventually, isn't you
Blood,
willing?
sweat, and tears.
Yes.
And hopefully not into the baking goods, but
Oh, absolutely not.
I do want to ask both of you, not every kid just grows up and says, I think I'll be a chef or I'll be a baker and I'll go get up at these crazy hours, work long hours, hope to get paid, hope it all works out. And I know that from my memory serves me that you came up and invented, if you will, created most of the dishes that they're serving at Guru's.
Well, they have their standard menu, and I didn't mess with that because
Okay,
you don't
but
mess with what's being successful.
if it's success, don't fix it.
People love
Yeah.
it, and so. But I did create another menu for them. It's a light menu. It's calorie counted. It's for those who are just they want to indulge, but they don't want to lose their waistline for it. And so they want to go out to dinner with their friends, but they're counting calories or they're on a Weight Watchers plan or something like that. And so,
But what happened to you that somewhere when you were growing up, did you like being in the kitchen? Did you like cooking? You were into rabbit food? What?
Yummy.
lettuce and more lettuce. Where along the line? Because there is a point where people say, well, I think I'll try this 101 in school. but you deliberately took classes, both of you deliberately. I'm going to ask you the same question. So, where did the change come? Did mother say, or somebody say, "Boy, I really like your food," or you liked what is the word I want? Creating from new things.
Yeah, I think it was kind of all of it. I remember just always being in the kitchen with my mom and making food growing up. And by the time I was in high school, I was cooking more dinners than my mom was because everyone liked my food a lot. And then, my grandma would come to visit, and she was not a cooker at all.
I understand that.
Cooking.
Raise my hand to that. Okay.
And so she would, get up a little earlier than everyone else and have a piece of toast with peanut butter. And then I'd come in the kitchen about a half hour later. And, it's a Saturday morning. And I'm like, what should I make? And I just grab some things. And she's like, every time you do this to me. Like, seriously, you can't get up half hour earlier so I can eat that too. And I'm like, Grandma, you just have to wait a half hour. And then
wait
you
a
can
half
have
hour
it, right?
until the teenager gets in the kitchen.
Yeah,
right?
absolutely. So I've always had a love for cooking, but I just didn't see it as a job option for me at the time. And so I was actually working in hospital administration. And
Really?
Yes, indeed.
That segues right into the kitchen. Okay.
And I was not really enjoying it anymore. There are benefits and whatnot, but there were also a few drawbacks that I was having problems with. And my sister got married, and I did the food for her wedding. And so I made everything except for the cake. And I probably should have made the cake too, because it might have been better.
As it turned
And
out?
everyone just raved about it. And I was like, I could do this. Like, people pay lots of money for their food at the wedding.
And how old were you when you saw, because you're really an entrepreneur, when you're this young and you say, I'm going to take a chance, I'm going to take a chance and do this, and then you have to have people around you that will support what you're trying to do financially, emotionally, and in your case, they had to be able to eat the food and give you the right feedback.
Absolutely. And so I was 23 when my sister got married, and I said, you know what? I hate my job. Let's gamble. And
at the hospital.
At the
Good.
hospital. And so I really disliked it. And I was like, food makes me happy. People enjoying my food makes me happier. And so let's gamble and take a risk. And so then I started looking for schools, and I found UVU. I moved out from Iowa to go to school, and that all
remember
happened
you
within
telling
like
me that
3
you-
months from wedding to starting school. And
Oh
so
my
I
gosh.
just packed up my car, moved across the country, hoping to prayer, and no place to live,
See,
and it worked
that's
out.
a real entrepreneur. It really is. Somebody that says, well, I've got faith in myself, and let me see if I can bring somebody else in on that.
Yeah.
While I'm talking to Jimmy, what I'd like to have you do is think about some of the menus over there, because we're talking to a lot of people that don't live here, but they visit here, and some that live here, but perhaps haven't been to Guru's. I won't pin you down on the prices, but maybe you can give me round figures a little bit. What would it cost to come in? And do you serve breakfast in there?
We do, well, Guru's has a hot breakfast, and then we have a bakery breakfast. And so all of our baked goods are fresh every morning, and it starts at 6 a.m. and
Is
then
that in
lunch starts at
Enlighten or
11.
Guru's?
At Enlighten. And so
Enlighten,
Enlighten,
okay.
we have a bakery breakfast.
So
we
it
have
starts at
chocolate
what,
croissants
6?
and croissants. And
6:30?
it starts at 6 o'clock. We open
6
at 6
o'clock.
a.m. And then
Anybody there at 6 a.m.?
I am.
Jimmy is.
Of course you are. Bless your
Jimmy
heart.
is. We also have a full espresso bar, and so our baristas are there at 6 to brew drinks.
And so people come in on their way to
yeah,
work.
people
Okay.
stop in, they grab a bagel, we roll them, boil them, and bake them fresh every day.
You know what? You folks are where Einstein Bagel used to be.
Yep.
I just remember that. So, again, they're located on Center Street, just east of University Avenue on the north side of the street. Wonderful facility. Wonderful fun. Think about menus. I'll be back in a minute. All right, Jimmy.
Yes.
Now, you kind of went lightly over some things, so you jumped from having an idea, you went to college. But while you were up at BYU, Idaho, had you grown up cooking in the kitchen or fixing your own food, or what did this come out of?
I have so many memories. Little kid walking home from elementary school and then walking into my house and smelling chocolate chip cookies that my mom used to make all the time. And
My kids wanted to be at your house. I want you to know that.
actually, everybody wanted to be at my house, but I just remember chocolate chip cookies, and even now I can smell my old house.
Because it's filled with chocolate chip cookies.
Yeah, it was
What a
filled
great memory.
with great foods all the time.
Are your folks
my folks, born and raised in California, my folks actually live in Spanish Fork now.
Okay.
And it's so great to have them over
Close
here,
by,
close
yeah,
by.
yeah.
I'm from a family of 13 children,
Well,
which is a whole other
maybe
novel.
that's why you got up early. First one
Well,
to the table.
Yeah, well, I have memories. Sunday, my mom would make kind of like funeral potatoes and ham and homemade rolls and green bean casserole and the juice with the 7-Up in it.
Oh, yeah.
So
Everybody had
and my
that.
dad always liked the green Jello with the cottage cheese and
Yeah.
the carrots. But okay, to each his own, Dad. But
13, I got to go back to the 13 kids.
Okay.
Where were you in this lineup?
I am the 12th of 13. Number
The
1, 2.
12th of 13. My
Lucky 12.
goodness. Well, now, was there a time when you were all home at the same time around the same table going to school, or you spread out?
I don't know.
You know, where was everybody?
I don't know.
You don't remember?
I can't tell you how old my oldest sister is. I think she's been 38 for the past 8 years. But
If you're watching,
Love you, Kim.
he's deserves a nice pat on the back or something. Unless you're 25, then that wouldn't be too good.
no, but yeah, I just have great memories of big family around the table. I
Well, I
remember
guess I was going to ask you, are you Italian or
I'm Welsh.
you're Welsh? And so nothing really came out of the family other than Mom's cooking and having a fun time around the table.
It's not just my mom. In my family, there's a huge legacy of food. Actually, the banana bread that we use in Lighton
Oh, he's going
Bakery.
to tell me it's a secret recipe that was your family?
It's my great grandmother's. So it's been in our
Banana
family.
nut bread?
Yeah, banana nut
Oh,
bread.
wow.
Yeah,
And
from a
you're serving it
McIntyre.
at Guru's?
At the Lighton Bakery.
I got to learn to do this. 2 different restaurants here.
It's same owner, 2 separate entities.
Okay, but you can walk from one to the, it's
You
an
can.
opening. You go
You
in and you
can.
can go back and forth. Okay. All right, so you grew up with this, and so when you got in school, you thought, I don't want to be a computer programmer.
I was a vocal major.
A vocal major?
Yeah.
You sing? Want to do
Occasionally.
something for us? Was it opera?
I did a little bit of that, but yeah,
Can you just break out in song
I do actually sometimes.
in the kitchen?
We like to sing in the kitchen.
We do like to sing in the kitchen, but I just remember sitting down one day and saying, I don't really want to be a high school choir teacher because, frankly, I remember what I put my high school choir teacher through, and I did not want that to happen to me. And so I just said, what else? What else do I do? And, about 8 months later, I came up with an idea of cooking, and I looked into it, and at Brigham Young University in Idaho, Rick's.
When it was Rick's?
When it was Rick's.
We're going to take a break, and when we come back, we're going to find out where he, if he was cooking for himself in school or eating in the cafeteria. So we'll be right back.
Looking to create another revenue stream in 2012? Are you willing to put out the effort to generate some cash flow? Pat Sheranian is seeking 10 motivated individuals to join her Kyani team as independent distributors. Earn as much as you are willing to work for selling Kyani Sunrise, Sunset, Nitro FX, and Nitro Extreme. These great products are helping thousands of people enjoy better health and an improved financial situation. The most successful Kyani independent distributors started by trying the Kyani products, just as you can, virtually risk-free, as Kyani offers a 30-day money-back satisfaction guarantee. Try them and don't like them, and you'll get your money back, less the shipping costs. So many people today are challenged by obesity and diabetes, or don't have enough money for their needs, and they aren't doing anything about it. Don't be one of them. Call Pat Sheranian at 801-362-9552 to find out more about Kyani and what it can do for your health and for your wealth. That's 801-362-9552.
Hi, I'm Roger Strong. I'm here to tell you about Tidbits of Utah County. No death, divorce, devastation, or destruction, just good news for good people. You'll find us everywhere in Utah Valley, in doctors' offices, restaurants, mechanic shops, anywhere that people wait. We have over 35 features of fun, family-friendly entertainment. To find a paper or to advertise, call Roger at 801-616-6288. Again, that's Roger at 801-616-6288. We're Tidbits of Utah County, the happy paper for Happy Valley.
Are you an athlete looking for a natural boost to your workout? Have you studied up on the benefits of nitric oxide production to your performance? Then you'll want to try Kyani's Nitro Extreme. Nitro Extreme promotes cardiovascular health and improved blood flow, supports muscle contraction and relaxation, as well as nerve transmission. I use Nitro Extreme right before I lift weights, and I've never been stronger in my entire life. If you don't try Nitro Extreme, you'll never know what you're missing. Call 801-362-9552 to order yours today. That's 801-362-9552.
Okay, we're back. This is Pat Sheranian, and with me I have Ashley McPherson and I have Jimmy Schofield. They're both texting to let folks know where they are. So if you're driving your car, you're listening on 1480. And if you're sitting in front of a computer watching us, you're at pat.utahvalleylive.com. Next week, we're going to be, our time is changing. We're moving to 4 to 5, 5 to 6, and 6 to 7. You can catch us during drive time or when you're having a rest before you start dinner, or just join us and have dinner with us. These folks are from Guru's, which is a great New York type Provo restaurant. New York type transplanted into Provo. It is fast, it is good, and they have opened a new restaurant by the same owners. You go from one to the other. Enlighten. Enlighten is where the old Einstein Bagel used to be, and they have moved other places, and this is a great new place. It's a cafe, a little bit different. And is it, can you do buffet like you do in Guru's, or do you have to have a server? I mean, can you get up and go order like that? And pick your order?
It's the same setup as Guru's. So we have a menu on a big chalkboard above our register, and then you order, and then the servers will bring it out to you.
Bring it to you, okay. If you have not been to Guru's, Gurus, they're on Center Street, 42 East Center Street, downtown Provo. Get off the freeway at Center Street and keep coming east, and you just cross over University and go east. But do yourself a favor and go. And you know what? I've eaten lunch down there for less than $10. Mm-hmm. And one of the reasons I love Guru's, honey, y'all know by now that I'm from South Carolina, and they have the biggest bowl of fried sweet potatoes y'all have ever seen in your life. And I go in there and ruin whatever diet I was on at the moment because I love those things. They're very, very good. So
good.
While you're there, and we're going to come back to menus in just a minute. But Jimmy was just talking to us about being one of 13 kids, and his mother was a great cook. In fact, I guess food was what your family was all about.
Yeah, I just remember every Sunday night. Well, actually every night, but Sunday night was.
The crowd came.
Yeah,
Everybody.
it was a big smorgasbord.
Of everything and everybody.
It's so good.
Well, all right. Now, you just mentioned your dad, because if you've got 13 children, then my immediate thought is, how in the world is he supporting, did he support 13 kids? And you were next to the oldest, right?
Next to the youngest.
You're the 12th one.
I'm
I went the
12th.
other way around with it. So you're nearly the baby. So
Nearly.
when I ask you what happened to the older kids, you go, I don't know. Because no, you were the baby. Okay, I thought, all right, well, if he's number 12 of the oldest, no, okay. So it's the other way around. Anyway, he mentioned his dad, and when I said, what did he do to support all of you, you said?
He was a janitor. Actually, he had a janitorial business for many, many years, and I remember him. I mean, he was gone a lot, but he made up for it by taking us kids with him to help him clean, cheap labor, whatever you want to call it. But
no, you were with Dad. This was with fun.
Dad.
It
was a lot of fun. I remember just being up really late in Bank of America or Wells Fargo and just
cleaning
the bank and wanting to go to bed, but we'd go back to the hotel, we'd get pizza, we'd watch a movie. It was fun. It was so much fun.
This
Good
makes
memories.
makes me think he's a very humble man who taught you all how to work hard.
He did. Taught me how to work hard.
So now I understand why you get up at 4:30 in the morning. No big deal. You're used to working late at night or whatever the job called for.
Do what you have to do.
High five to you, Dad. We appreciate you a lot and what you've done for this young man, and we are the beneficiary. And if you just joined us, Jimmy was living in Portland, Oregon, and got a phone call from Dean Judd, who owns Guru's and the new restaurant, the new cafe, Enlighten. And Jimmy thought he was taking an order, but he was being hired.
Yeah.
So did they fly you down here?
Yeah, I came down. I just felt like I needed to move on it really fast, so I actually just hopped in my car and I drove
you
over.
did? You drove down.
I drove down from Portland, and it was more than I thought it was going to be. So,
And he is the baker. Okay.
Yes.
And Ashley is the chef at both of these restaurants, right?
I'm more at Enlightened right now,
Are
and
you?
so I was at Guru's for a long while, and then now that Enlightened has kind of become the project, and so I'm there. But I keep a finger in
Both of them.
both of them.
And she's created quite a number of things on the menu or added to, and so we're inviting you to come and spend an hour. Really, you can get in and out of there in less than an hour, so if you're in a hurry. But if you really want to come and kind of lounge, they've got TV sets, and I find sometimes I'm there at 3 in the afternoon, which is really nice. I can put my feet up on a chair, and there's not crowded. I can have a business conversation, but otherwise, it's just wild. Now, I just found out that Enlighten opens at 6 a.m. in the morning. Had they told me, I would never know, because I'm certainly not going to be anywhere at 6 o'clock in the morning if I can help it. That's in the same category as when people ask me to go rough it and go fishing or camping, and I say my idea of roughing it is the penthouse of the Marriott Hotel without enough towels. And 6 a.m. in the morning is somehow in that same category. Not going to happen. So now I want to see what you brought with you, because you brought something over with you. And if we
Yes, I
open it
did.
up and put it on the hot lights, then we can make
Put it
this
on the hot
happen.
lights.
Yeah, because I want to know what you've designed. Did you
so
get
this is
Did you get to design all the baked goods? I
yes.
mean, really and
Yeah.
truly?
Yeah, everything is made.
Nobody said, "All right,
in-house.
here's the menu. You cook this."
That's
You
the nice thing, is I got to just kind of do it myself.
create
It
what
was-
you want.
Yeah, create.
Now, while we were on break, I found out that Jimmy is married and he has 4 kids.
4 kids.
And-
4 beautiful kids.
And are they into this food thing also? I mean, do you really?
How could they not be?
Yeah.
I mean,
So do you bring them down or take it home?
sometimes they'll come in and, my kids will.
How
grab
old
a
are they,
cookie.
little?
Yeah, I have 4 little kids, sweet kids. There's Hannah, she's 6 years old, and there's Andy, who's 4, Caden is 2, and baby Blake is 7 months.
Oh, my goodness. That is a small, young group, a big young group, I should say.
Lots of energy, though.
Lots of energy. All right, let me see what you've got there.
This is
My goodness.
an Oreo cheesecake.
My
So we have
goodness.
we have cheesecake, but we'll switch it up every now and then. So
What
I
does that
just
mean?
finished.
What does that
I
mean?
just finished with plain cheesecake,
Okay.
and now we're doing Oreo cheesecake. And you can't see that, but
We're going to, now on the radio,
I'm gonna take it out
the
of
radio
that.
folks, we're going to describe this to you.
We're gonna hook you radio folks up with smell-o-vision.
This is, okay, so now you say you're spending more time in an Enlightened Cafe. So are you involved as the chef in designing some of these things, or?
I created the entire food menu, and so Jimmy did all of the baked goods.
So
and
you created
he-
the sandwiches?
the
and
sandwiches, the salads,
the soups?
the salad dressing.
Oh,
the
my
sauces,
goodness
spreads.
sakes.
That's it.
Oh, heavenly
It's tasty.
days.
I haven't seen this yet.
I don't know if you can tip it. Can you tip it up without it falling off there so the camera can get it? Take this ugly bottle, put that over there. First you have to get that in your hands. Now come back around with it. Oh, is that fun? All right, so now we've got this chocolate cheesecake and this Oreo cookies and whipped cream and what?
Chocolate sauce.
Oh, and chocolate sauce. Well, that's nearly chocolate to die for. I mean, that is absolutely All right, so you cut it and everybody gets an Oreo? Or it's
Yep.
already kind of
Yeah,
how do you do it?
pre-market.
Pre-market and everybody gets an Oreo
Yep,
cookie?
same size.
Well, if you weren't full before, this should do it.
Yeah, this is a great.
And if you're going to ruin your diet, start here.
Yeah, you got to start somewhere. But this is a great dessert to share. Come in and on a hot date, whatever, you get a slice of cheesecake.
Just one slice. You can just
or
do
you
a
can get
slice.
two. You can get a whole cheesecake and just go
All right,
hog
so
wild.
now that's a pretty good size. This is very rich. Cheesecake
It
is
is.
very, very rich. So now is it chocolate on the inside or is it the white creamy
Yes.
on the inside?
Chocolate on the inside.
It is?
Yeah.
Never eaten a chocolate.
Yeah.
You think it can be cut yet? Maybe leave it under the whites. And because I know you freeze these or you keep
could
them in
probably
the
be
fridge.
cut.
So
I don't have a knife with me.
okay, I'll go get a crowbar or something.
Get a jackhammer. That'll
Yeah,
work.
jackhammer if we need it, because they are frozen, okay, and to preserve them. All right, so now tell me some of the other things you folks have created over there, because he's working, you get to do anything you want to do. I mean, that's entrepreneurial, hello, let
Yeah.
me just try what I want to do.
Yeah, I mean, it's at this point, it's really make something and see how it goes. There are things that sell really well, like our eclairs. Our eclairs are phenomenal. We sell out every
Big?
day. Yeah, our eclairs are about that
Oh,
big.
my
They're big
goodness.
ones.
They are. They're really good.
Covered in chocolate?
They are covered in chocolate and filled with Bavarian cream, so they're really
I forgot to
rich
tell
and
you to
very
bring a
good.
sample of everything over there, didn't I?
You did.
Oh, remiss
We
on
should
my
have brought
part.
a
I
little
should-
basket of treats for you.
You should have brought the basket. If you're watching at the restaurant, would you bring them over, please? Okay. Hey, we have a chat room. If any relatives would like to say good deals, sound great, look awful, whatever it is, you could chat in our chat room if you're watching on pat.utahvalleylive.com. We have a nice little chat room there, so come and visit us. Okay, so let's talk about the things that you know from being in Portland and baking there that are really hot items or cold items,
Right
or
now.
whatever the case may be.
Right now, one of the biggest things is macaroons.
Oh, macaroons are so good. But they're usually about this big, and they
Yeah.
come in a package from the store, and they're slightly stale.
Yeah.
So what do you do?
I have not started macaroons
Oh.
yet. I know in Portland, you mentioned in Portland, macaroon is a big thing. A lot of bakeries there are doing macaroons. It's a real classical cookie, and it's really
Do you use
making a
chocolate
comeback.
and the plain both?
You could do, there's so many kinds of macaroons out there.
Why don't you share with people that maybe have never eaten a macaroon, what's in it?
Macaroon is a French cookie, usually made with an almond meal and egg whites folded together with sugar, and then you bake it, rises, and then you sandwich it together with usually like a ganache, which is a chocolate filling, or you can do like
had that.
any kind of fruit preserve that you make, or any kind of filling really. I've seen pistachio flavored macaroons instead
Really?
of almond. Yeah.
So good.
I've seen peanut butter flavored macaroons.
Oh, my.
There's just the possibilities are endless with macaroons, but right now I feel like
Do they have coconut on the outside? Any of these?
those are a different kind of macaroon, but you can do those as well.
And that's the only kind I know.
Okay, the macaroon
You're
that
going to
I
cook some with chocolate and peanut butter inside, and oh, my goodness.
the macaroons that I love
Anybody
are
have a
the
napkin? I'm drooling here.
those
It's
soft
not very
coconut
elegant, is it?
ones with the chocolate. Those
Oh, my
ones are
goodness.
so good. But
And how large are they?
usually about that big.
That's a meal.
Yeah.
That's to share.
My downfall is I make things big. I just
Jimmy thinks bigger is better.
trying to cut back, but
Oh, well, look at this thing. This is great. I mean, you have to look at the box you have to put it in. It's not the little box.
no, gotta protect
Cheesecake
that.
box. Okay, so then, all right, so we've got macaroons. What else that you think would be good?
Right now, actually at Enlighten, the thing that I'm making the most is breads.
All right, talk to me about breads.
We're doing all of our breads are made from scratch, made in house, and they are used for the sandwiches. So we have a great focaccia
So good.
that is
Wait, I don't have a clue what that is.
okay. Focaccia is an Italian flatbread, but mine is really not.
Okay, now
super
flatbread, this would be flatbread.
Yeah, mine's
Okay,
probably
so-
about that
It's like this.
flat.
Yeah.
Really? And
Yeah.
and so is it a round?
No, I actually put them out on sheet pans, and then they're filled with Italian seasonings and garlic and onions and just a lot of flavor, And then it goes really well with our, my favorite sandwich is the turkey artichoke or the turkey pesto.
Wait, turkey artichoke.
Yeah.
The center of the artichoke, you mash it into the turkey?
We make
What do you do?
We make a spread, and so it's an artichoke
You make
parmesan spread.
Oh,
and so
my
I take the
goodness.
artichoke heart and some parmesan and some other things, herbs and garlic and
mash it?
secret ingredients, and then I get it. Yeah, I mash it all together, and then we use it as a spread on the bread, and then we slow roast and hand pull our turkey, and then that goes on there with some roasted red peppers, and then it gets pressed, and it's
You're
a hot
never to come here
sandwich.
again without.
Well, you're more than welcome to come over.
You cannot do that to me.
Do you know why we didn't bring it? So that you come over for lunch.
So I come
There
over.
you go.
We want you to come and see us.
Very thoughtful of you. Okay, so I'm going to hear some more about this bread, though. Describe it again, because this sounds absolutely different than anything. Is there anything like it anywhere else?
Not exactly. I mean, there's other places that do have the type of bread, but I think that ours is really unique.
All right,
and
the
it's
name
really
of it again
flavorful.
is
Focaccia.
focaccia. Spell that.
See,
Focaccia.
Focaccia.
Yeah.
Okay.
Focaccia.
And then you load lots of things into it.
Yes, there's lots
And it
of.
rises about 2 inches
Yep,
or
about
so.
2 inches and bake it off.
But you cut it like a loaf? How do you
Yeah, I'll
cut
cut it into
we cut it
16
into
pieces.
16
and then
squares,
Okay,
like
into
rectangles,
squares,
and then we cut
okay.
each piece in half to
Oh,
make the
my
size
goodness,
of the
all
bread.
homemade. And you really are at work at 4:30 every morning?
Yes.
Oh, gosh. Okay, and they don't let you go home until 2 a.m. Okay, you get 2 hours sleep. 2.5. All right, so what other kind of breads? Because I think more and more people care what they're eating. They want to know if
Sure,
they're
oh,
if they're
yeah.
going to eat a bread like this once in a while. But, you can't eat 1,000,000 calories in this stuff.
Correct.
And if there's no fiber in it, then what are you doing? So tell me about this,
Well,
your breads.
yeah, some of the other breads we have just plain white bread. And, like I was saying earlier, my downfall is to make things big. So our loaves are
Huge.
big loaves.
Can you
about
buy a
that tall.
loaf?
You can buy a loaf.
Wait, this high
Yeah.
About this high,
and this large?
this wide.
They're big loaves.
This
My
long.
goodness.
They're wonderful.
They're-
So we have a white bread. We also have, I was going to do 100% wheat, but I wanted it to be a little bit different than any other place. We do a roasted onion wheat bread,
So good.
Oh.
which is good. We also,
Do you see the goosebumps? I just got chills over that
do,
one.
yes.
Yes, I mean, it's true. Look at them. I just got chills over. Woo! All right, so this is a wheat with onion.
yeah, got roasted onions in it. And then we also have an American light rye bread, which I feel appeals to everybody. Because some people like the really dark Russian rye, some people like the light rye, some people like it with the caraway seeds.
Do you do a
some people
marble?
not. I do not.
You don't do
It's
a
just
marble?
a light rye.
Oh, I
But,
like that.
In the winter,
Can you taste the seeds?
yes, you can.
You can?
You
Because
can.
I like the seeds. I
Yeah.
think those are good. All right, what else?
In the winter, we're going to be introducing other breads, such as like an oatmeal molasses bread, which is very good. I'm thinking about
See,
doing.
look at this. It happened again. This all sounds so good. I love bread.
Thinking about doing pretzel hoagies. I've made a couple samples.
Oh, that would
and
be
people seem
good.
to really
Yeah,
like
They're
those
so
that
as
would be
well.
tasty.
A pretzel hoagie.
Yeah.
A pretzel hoagie. What does that look like? All I can
Well-
think of a
Looks like
pretzel
a-
that looks like a figure eight.
Okay, so it's made with the same dough.
Okay.
It's just a different shape.
And so it's
So
kind of
it's,
like
it's just like a hoagie roll, like a Subway
Oh, it's like a
roll.
roll.
Like a roll,
Okay.
yeah.
And so then you cut this, and then you put what in it?
We boil it in a baking soda, water, honey, and salt solution, and then
Wait, you boil it from dough? You
Yes.
boil it?
That's how you
Yes.
make pretzels.
yeah, that's just exactly as you
true.
make a pretzel.
Yep.
And then so then once it's done boiling, we bake it, and it turns this
Yum.
rich amber red color. And then we take out the oven, we brush hot butter and fleur de salt on it, which is or kosher
But that's
salt
not
on
till
the top.
winter.
That's not till winter. Well,
First
it's
time
still-
I've
it's
ever
still
looked
up in the air.
forward
It's
to
still
the
up in the
snow
air.
coming.
Yeah.
So I'm hearing many kinds of bread.
Yeah, yeah.
And now, let's talk about the soups, because people can't eat too heavy at lunch, or they won't make it through the afternoon if they're working. So let's talk about a soup, say, and a sandwich that would be really delightful, but not put you to sleep by
Okay.
1
We
o'clock.
actually have a great little combination you can do. You can get a half of a sandwich with half a bowl of soup, a half a bowl of soup, and half a bowl of salad, or a half a bowl of salad and a half of a sandwich.
It sounds like the beginning of a song. Okay.
It's $8.99, and so I mean it's a great option though, because then you don't have this huge sandwich that's going to weigh you down the rest of the
It's
day.
true.
And so you can, if you want to pair, one of our grilled cheese, we have a caprese grilled cheese that has a pesto and tomato on it with provolone and mozzarella, and then you can pair that with our roasted tomato soup, or you could do one of our turkey sandwiches, maybe our turkey avocado BLT with our Italian tortellini soup that we have right now. Our soups are on special. We
Let's
rotate
talk
them.
about the soups.
Okay.
Wait, they just told us we have to go to break. Okay, we're going to go to break, and we'll be back in a few minutes, and we're going to find out about the soups. We're talking about Guru's Restaurant and the new restaurant that Dean Judd also owns, that's opened up through the wall, if you will, and from the street. It's where Einstein was, and now they've got a better deal going, I want to tell you. It's Enlighten, Enliten, Enlighten Cafe and Bakery. And I happen to have the chef and the baker here, and life is never going to get better. It's just not. This is so fun, and who doesn't like to eat? So come and enjoy, because the prices are right, and we're going to be back and tell you some more about salads and soups and maybe a bread we haven't mentioned. I'm undone with both of these. I want to walk out the back door and go eat. Okay, we'll be back in a few minutes.
Kyani's Health Triangle is among the most exciting product mixes in years. It's 3 standalone products that provide synergistic benefits when used together. The superstar is the Kyani Nitro family. Kyani Nitro Extreme and Kyani Nitro FX are based on proprietary natural fruit extracts that increase your body's own production of nitric oxide. In 1998, the Nobel Prize in Medicine was given for discoveries concerning nitric oxide. Also called the molecule of life, nitric oxide defends, maintains, and repairs every cell in your body. It helps to increase energy, improve heart health and brain function, support the immune system, expand the blood vessels, improve circulation and blood flow, and is therefore known for some very interesting late-night benefits. The Kyani Health Triangle also includes Kyani Sunrise, a liquid supplement featuring the wild Alaskan blueberry, 9 other superfoods, and many essential vitamins, providing you with powerful antioxidant support. Just look at all the healthy foods you would need to consume to equal 1 serving of Kyani Sunrise. The third part of Kyani's Health Triangle is Kyani Sunset, featuring tocotrienols, the most impactful form of vitamin E. Kyani Sunset also provides pure omega-3s from wild Alaskan sockeye salmon and other wild Alaskan fish. These ingredients have been shown to promote healthy heart and cholesterol levels, reduce inflammation, and support brain function.
Hi, I'm Roger Strong. I'm here to tell you about Tidbits of Utah County. No death, divorce, devastation, or destruction, just good news for good people. You'll find us everywhere in Utah Valley, in doctors' offices, restaurants, mechanic shops, anywhere that people wait. We have over 35 features of fun, family-friendly entertainment. To find a paper or to advertise, call Roger at 801-616-6288. Again, that's Roger at 801-616-6288. We're Tidbits of Utah County, the happy paper for Happy Valley.
Are you looking to create another revenue stream in 2012? Are you willing to put out the effort to generate some cash flow? Pat Sheranian is seeking 10 motivated individuals to join her Kyani team as independent distributors. Earn as much as you are willing to work for selling Kyani Sunrise, Sunset, Nitro FX, and Nitro Extreme. These great products are helping thousands of people enjoy better health and an improved financial situation. The most successful Kyani independent distributors started by trying the Kyani products, just as you can, virtually risk-free, as Kyani offers a 30-day money-back satisfaction guarantee. Try them and don't like them, and you'll get your money back, less the shipping costs. So many people today are challenged by obesity and diabetes, or don't have enough money for their needs, and they aren't doing anything about it. Don't be one of them. Call Pat Sheranian at 801-362-9552 to find out more about Kyani and what it can do for your health and for your wealth. That's 801-362-9552.
Hi, this is Pat Sheranian. Forget these two people. I'm getting her to eat the cheesecake from Guru's. How do I sit here and not eat this? I mean, I start a diet every day, so now I have to start over again tomorrow. I am visiting with Ashley. She is the chef at Guru's and at Enlighten, and I'm talking to Jimmy Schofield, and he is the baker at the Enlighten Cafe. And I'm trying to think how I can give the rest of this away after I have one bite. Okay, so now, where were we? We were talking about salads and soups. And you mentioned there, what, 14 soups or salads?
There's 8 salads, 14 sandwiches.
8 salads and 14 All right, let's talk about those. And are you involved in this? Yes, because it's your bread.
I make the bread. That's about it. Oh, and I eat them, of course.
You do eat. Well, let's talk. You guys talk about some of the sandwiches and share with us, because I'm going to eat this in the camera.
Okay. So we have.
Oh my
I think
gosh,
it's
I've never had
7
chocolate cheesecake.
So good, right?
That is. Matt Lauer does this easier in the morning show. He looks much more dignified. Okay. That is really good. We've got chocolate Oreos, chocolate syrup, whipped cream, and chocolate cheesecake. Well, if you want death by chocolate, come on down. This'll do it.
Yeah.
I'm going to drink a lot of Kyani to what does it do? It neutralizes all of the sugar. So, she's giving me water. All right, I want to hear about the soups and salads, and I'll try and keep my fork out of this. Actually, I won't. That's mine. Okay. All right, so let's talk about the soups.
Okay, so we have 2 soups. They rotate through on a regular basis. And so every day you come in and we'll just have them posted as specials on the board.
Okay.
Right now we have a roasted tomato, which is fantastic. And
Roasted
then
tomato, okay.
Also an Italian tortellini. And so that one's quite tasty. Also, it pairs really well with our turkey pesto sandwich.
What's in it? What's in the
Italian tortellini? It has cheese-filled tortellini, grilled chicken, tomatoes,
So good.
celery,
very
carrots,
good.
onion, lots of herbs, and some garlic. You can't have an Italian-style soup without a little garlic in it.
Oh,
So,
that sounds so good. Now, what would that go with? What sandwich?
I think it'd go really nicely with the turkey pesto sandwich. And so we make
On your bread.
The thing is, when you order a sandwich, you can order it on whatever bread you want. Mm-hmm. So there isn't like one set.
So are the breads up there so you can see them, and then they just bring them down and cut them? And
Yep.
We do have pairing recommendations for the hot sandwiches, just for flavor combinations, but all of the cold, you can choose whatever you'd like. And of course, you can customize the hot too if you'd like to do
okay,
that also.
so let's talk a little bit about the hot sandwiches.
Okay, so the turkey pesto is actually one of our hot sandwiches. We have a pesto spread that we make in-house, and then we pair that on our focaccia bread. We do our slow roasted hand-pulled turkey that we make every day, every other day, usually every day because we're just selling it like crazy.
Oh,
and then
fun.
it gets fresh tomatoes and roasted red peppers and then some provolone cheese, and then we press it, and it is tasty.
It is
It's really
tasty
good.
just listening to it. You mentioned something was $8 or $8.95 or something. What was that? Do you remember?
That's our sandwich soup salad combination.
It's only
And so
$8?
It's $8.99.
$8.99?
And
$9?
It's a great meal
It is
special.
a great
Wow.
meal. And so you get to try 2 things off the menu.
And if they don't finish it, they can take it home.
Absolutely.
right?
We have
Okay.
lots of to-go boxes.
You do? Okay, great. Now, I'm going to tell you again, they're at 43, is that, no,
43.
42 and 43?
It's 43 and 45 east.
Oh, 43 and 45 on Center Street, East Center Street. So If you're coming to Provo, you can get off of I-15 at Center Street and keep driving towards the Mountain East, and they're going to be on the north side of the street, so just park, hop the center divider, and run in. And you can start at 6 o'clock in the morning, but I didn't find out when you close.
On Monday and Tuesday, we close at 9 p.m. And then on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, we're open until 10 p.m.
Okay.
And so lunch starts at 11 a.m. And so at 11, from 11
The
till
menu
close,
changes a little
you
bit.
can order the full menu. And then,
Oh, wait.
But from 6 to 11, you can only order
Breakfast.
the breakfast
Breakfast,
spreads and
Pastries
treats
and stuff like that. We also have at 6 starting at 6, we do espressos.
Do you have a
various
chocolate,
coffees.
too?
We
We
have
do. And
multiple
tea?
hot chocolates
Do you
and
have tea?
teas as
Do you
well.
have herb teas?
Yes, we do.
Really? Because people here like herb tea. And without so much caffeine, without any caffeine, actually.
Yep.
So you can come and can you buy a big thing or a little thing or just whatever?
Yeah.
We have all different sizes that you can get. You can get it to stay, to go.
And you've got, I have to assume, all of the herb teas that are out and available mainly.
I believe so.
I think
Okay.
we're carrying Tazo teas.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a brand, but I think we
Yeah.
have
Okay.
the whole
Lots
line.
of herbs. Yeah.
And then you get something nice to go with it. Instead of ham and eggs, you get an eclair.
Yeah. You get something a little lighter.
Something a little lighter than ham and eggs.
We have grape
Okay.
chocolate croissants and croissants as well.
The sticky buns are phenomenal.
Yeah, the sticky buns, cinnamon rolls,
Do you make
banana
some,
bread,
that thing
chocolate
that looks
pumpkin
like
bread.
a bear claw or something that's crunchy? I like crunchy. Do you bake anything like that that's kind of crunchy?
Crunchy.
That's sugary? You can tell what I like, see? That's why I have to change my diet every day or go back on it
Well,
every day.
cheesecake's a good start.
A cheesecake would be great fun in the morning. That would just set me up for the whole day. It would be just.
We have it, so
I'd be
you
climbing
come in at
the
6, grab a whole
walls around here. Okay, so now once they serve breakfast, they serve till 11, but then after that, they serve everything all day. So I could have whatever you serve at breakfast in the afternoon.
Yep.
Is that correct? All right, now that's Enlighten. This is the new restaurant that Dean Judd owns and has opened. And these folks are the baker and the chef. Did I do that the right way? Okay, the baker and the chef. And we want to invite you to come. What is the special right now? Do you have daily specials or everything is special? Do you have the rolling board that shows what each product comes up, or is it just it's like in Guru's? Guru, you have a rolling TV that shows the
No,
different.
we have a huge chalkboard that goes across the whole front
Oh,
of the store, and
okay.
it's written up in chalk. And then as things change, we'll switch it up. But yep,
I have not been in the new part. I can tell you that I loved Guru's going in there. It was fast and it's very New York, and you share a table if it's crowded, because it will be. They have, 2 or 3 TVs around the room. You go up to a counter, order what you want, sit and wait, and they bring it to you. I love it. Now, you go through the archway if you want to get to Enlighten, or you can come in off the street, and that's more of a cafe. Do they have a counter you can sit at, or they do,
Yep.
and tables and so? Okay, because I've got to get myself over there. They've just opened, a couple of weeks ago?
3 weeks ago.
3 weeks ago. And I kept waiting for the opening, and finally somebody yesterday said, they're open. That's when I called Dean and said, hey, we need to get you over here and talk about this. Now, he mentioned there might be music. Has there been any more comment about that? Having some local bands come in and Friday
In the
night?
bakery?
Over in the Enlighten side.
I'm not sure. I'm
haven't
not sure.
heard
We
about
haven't.
But you guys sing occasionally. Okay.
Yeah.
Break out.
The radio's turned up loud enough.
Drowns you out.
Drowns you out.
And the really nice thing about both of these folks is they love what they're doing. Absolutely love what they're doing. And I guess if you're going to get up at 4:30 in the morning the rest of your life, you better love what you're doing.
You better.
Are you creating all the time? Do you put
I
something
am.
together and you think, okay, maybe that'll work with jelly beans or whatever it is?
Yeah.
Does your head just go constantly?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, me and Ashley were talking last week about quiche, and because I had all these leftover pie shells that we had baked off, and I'm like, what can I do with this? I
Oh,
thought
good
maybe let's do a quiche, So actually,
everybody
today
loves
I
quiche.
made a vegetarian quiche, and I made the traditional quiche Lorraine, which is just bacon, Swiss cheese, and caramelized onions. It's
Well,
very good.
I would go in and do the right thing and order a vegetarian. No, I wouldn't. I'd go
Order some of both.
Can you do that?
Absolutely.
Have a
Yeah, why
slice
not?
of each
Yeah.
one? Oh, I want to go back to the time we were talking about slices, because you said you sell these by the slice. So how much are they by the slice? These are large. These are big pieces.
$4.99 for one slice.
$4.99 for one slice. Okay, and you get your money's worth because
you
it
do.
is so rich. Do you make a standard, the kind of what I call original?
Yep. Just the plain cheesecake.
Yeah, plain cheesecake.
Yep. I just finished that. We just started doing this one yesterday.
So they're just two at this time.
Oh, though there's more. We're going to be rotating. I also have a turtle cheesecake, a raspberry cheesecake.
Wait. What's a turtle cheesecake?
A turtle is a thing in a green shell. It's a little amphibian, reptile that goes on top. No.
Okay.
Yada, yada.
Yeah, right.
It's got caramel swirled into it. It's got pecans mixed into it.
Into the cheesecake?
Into the cheesecake, and it's got caramel and pecans on the top. So.
And you call it turtle because why not?
Well, the traditional turtle
The little
candy
is
is
nuts and caramel
nuts and
and
caramel
stuff?
in the shape of a turtle. So
I knew that. I did know that.
I know you did.
All right, then you mentioned raspberry.
Yeah, it's just we take a raspberry coulis, mix it with the traditional cheesecake, and swirl it in, make a really nice looking design.
See, that's it. You have all these things going on. Do you dream salads and soups and
Yeah, pretty much. Soups, sandwiches, it's always food.
new
And-
combinations to put together?
Yeah, and if it's not for Enlighten, then it's for Gurus, because I'm still doing specials there sometimes. And so, but yeah, mostly soups. I dream soups a lot.
One of the things I need to say about this restaurant is that during our what we call depression, starting 3 years ago, I don't know that you folks have felt that at all, because that place is full. Guru's has been full, and now is the Enlighten doing the same thing? Are you just busy?
We're just starting off. Sales are increasing. Products
Word's
are
getting out.
Words getting out. Products are running out before we can make more. So you got to get here early to get
All
your
right,
stuff.
you in
so.
the listening audience, whether you're watching or listening on the radio, I want you to raise your hand and promise that you'll go to Guru's and taste some of the wonderful. Everything sounds so good. We don't do this at home. Most of us, we just fix, a little mayonnaise, a little mustard, sometimes ketchup with beef, and that's it. And you folks have really gone all out. I have two very talented people. Ashley McPherson, am I saying that right?
Yes.
Is that kind of like Nanny McPherson? She's on TV. There was a show called Nanny McPherson.
Annie McPhee?
Annie McPhee. Well, I was close.
You were really close.
I was
but-
close. Okay, so this is Ashley McPherson. She is the master chef, and Jimmy Schofield, he is the master baker, and they both come from backgrounds that have really given them the right start. But besides that, you guys like people. You really are. You want to do something that's a real treat. Am I getting that right?
Absolutely.
From things that we say off camera and so forth. And I didn't find out where you were born, and I usually ask that.
I was born in Visalia, California.
You were?
I was.
Down in Southern California.
Yep.
Well, good.
Central, right?
It is central.
Right between
truly.
Fresno and
It
Bakersfield.
is. But southern, sort of southern, I'd call it. I'd claim it. And you were born in Iowa.
South Carolina.
Did we talk about that?
No.
And, honey, I'm from South Carolina. Let's talk southern for just a minute. Where are y'all from in South Carolina?
I was born in Beaufort, but I didn't live there very long. So.
I've been to Beaufort. I had a great friend that lived down there, Charlie Redford, in Beaufort, South Carolina, and a lot of movies have been made there. Did you
Yes.
know that? Absolutely gorgeous. If you want to go on a nice vacation, go to Beaufort, then go on down into. Actually, you can go to beautiful homes not far from Myrtle Beach, right? Mm-hmm. Okay. Visalia, I have no idea what's there.
Not much.
Okay, we're going to get out of here. Come join me. We're going over to Guru's, and I think I'll start with I'll start with this and follow it up with sandwich and soup. That sounds like the proper way to do it. Thanks for being with us today. We appreciate you so much. I'm Pat Sheranian. I'll be back on the air on Monday with my guest, Jay Kissinger. He is a new author. We're going to be talking about his book, and you're going to find it very, very interesting. We have other shows today at 5 o'clock, so tune us in, and we'll see you next time. Be safe. Bye-bye.